Lower down chat a little bit, the music a little bit. Today we are streaming our schoolwork because I have schoolwork to do. Hi. Yeah. Tell me if you guys can read the chat. I can make it bigger or smaller depending on what you guys need. And do something like that. So it doesn't take up the entire screen, but you guys can still read it. Test. Yes. Should be fine. Yes, it seems to be working fine. Perfect. Wonderful. Wonderful, my darlings. So today we work because tomorrow we have even more work. It's perfect, you see. If I keep working, people can't complain that I'm doing nothing. The more live streams I have, the more YouTube will give me sponsorships. That's totally how it works. I swear. So today we're cleaning up, working on mostly cleaning up, fixing up the overall character model sheets. That's typically required from my class stuff. So I'm just gonna throw things together and just kind of work until I'm done for the day. You know, keeping my typical 2-hour, 3-hour long streams, just kind of vibing with you guys while we're working. Unfortunately, no rain today. Many things happening on her end as well, so let's just be a little understanding, and I'll try to help out when I can later this week. How's my audio, by the way? Can I be heard? I hope I can be heard and everything. Just give me a shout if my microphone's too loud or too soft, or if you can hear me. It's fine. Alright, that's great. Okay, so today we work very slowly and totally professionally, I swear. All of the music you're hearing, by the way, is just YouTube autoplay stuff. What the hell is this? What? Okay. Alright. Weird music choice, but okay, YouTube. This music is too weird for me. Oh hell yeah, let's go. I've been thinking of doing a lot more, what's the thing called? I've been thinking of doing a lot more, art streams, specifically like relating to like my school and things like that, because it seems like it's a little bit easier to kind of just come up with things to draw when it's like related to your school work. So it's pretty fun actually in an overall sense. It's great kind of having to go back to the fundamentals of drawing and making sure, you know, your character design is good, because there's grades involved and all that stuff. It's kind of fun. Overall, it's an interesting experience, just kind of streaming and relaxing and just drawing, keeping your mind off of things. It's like almost meditative, the way you kind of just like simplify a lot of your drawing and stuff. And hopefully when we get the studio fully up and running, we can do like bigger streams with more people, all kind of doing their own thing. So we can have like a variety stream setup of you know, all the cool stuff. Right now I kind of want to play a series of just like playing Stardew Valley with a bunch of people, because I heard that you can have like 30-40 people or something crazy, like 12 people mods in Stardew Valley. So I kind of want to do that, where I just draw, let me play Stardew Valley and just kind of meme around for a couple of hours, then head off to school and things like that. That would be kind of fun. I don't like that cleanup part. That cleanup part looks weird. That looks a little bit better. Okay. Does Stardew Valley, does crossplay work in Stardew Valley? I'm not actually sure if Stardew Valley crossplay works, because a lot of it is like server based. Stardew Valley Crossplay. Stardew Valley does not support crossplay on multiplayer platforms. Meaning players on different consoles or PCs cannot play together. However, online multiplayer is available in which the platforms allowing multiple people to join hidden farms. Yeah, so there is no crossplay for Stardew Valley, it seems. But I mean, Stardew Valley, the modded one that Rain was playing, I think she was playing on stream last time for a little bit before she started drawing, was kind of fun. Because we were she was just memeing a lot, and I kind of wanted to go back playing Stardew Valley a little bit because I kind of miss it. But I also know that my type of brain gets like easily addicted to playing games and stuff. So if I start playing Stardew Valley, I probably won't stop playing Stardew Valley anytime soon. Just because of the way my brain is wired. It's pretty fun though. Last time I had to force myself to stop playing Stardew Valley was like a couple of years ago when I just started college as well, and I kind of had to focus up. Gardening equals absolute cinema. Kinda, when you think about it. You don't get it. I mean, is it wrong? You know? Is it considered wrong? I think I'm just gonna mirror flip this face, because it's the same face on both sides. Heyo! Welcome, welcome. If you guys are... Yeah, you can't go wrong with a little gardening game. With lore. With the lore. If you guys want permissions in the Discord, I can throw you in to the voice channel that I'm using. Screenshot of an anime character, can't confirm. Yeah, they're fun! You get, like legitimately, they're, like, Stardew Valley is a fun game. When is it not a fun game? It's just very difficult to, like, do stuff. Like, actually do stuff. And focus up sometimes. Oh. Yeah. Also, it's like, if you have the, like, hyper addictive personality, like I do, I can't stop playing it, and it's just gonna be forever until you guys see the next stream of me, like, going absolutely insane or something. It's like, next time I stream, guys, it's year 23 in Stardew Valley. I've only been gone for a couple of weeks. Welcome to year 23 of Stardew Valley. Just immediately coked out. All true. Every time the game activates my hyperfixation. It's hard to stop playing Stardew Valley as well. Like, you kind of have to just like cold turkey yourself just to make sure that you can actually break away from the Stardew Valley craze. Normally when I play with my friends, we start a new... It's always the same thing as well. I don't know if you guys went through this, but like when you start playing with your friends, you start a new farm, it's year 8, and then after it's been year 8, you have to just go back and try to figure out like where did 3 weeks go of your life. Like, oh, my life is missing at a certain point. Nah, fam, no rehab. No rehab, all gaming. 2 weeks Minecraft phase, but Stardew Valley. Oh yeah, I love playing Minecraft as well. That was so fun. I had a bunch of Minecraft servers, like modded Minecraft servers that we used to play, and it was really fun because you would have we were like reconnecting with people we didn't play with anymore, just because they wanted to play Minecraft with us, and we always had like modded Minecraft, so it was really fun because a lot of random things kept on happening throughout the like experience and things like that. It was fun. I'm kind of like half tempted to go back into Minecraft as well right now because of the what's that thing called? I kind of want to go back into Minecraft because of the new snapshots. The ghast, I want the ghast so badly. Cause like you get a flying ghast in Minecraft, that sounds so hype, dude. How can it not be hype? Oh yeah, there's a lot of reliable ghasts now. Rideable, sorry, not reliable, rideable. Rideable ghast stuff now. Yeah. Especially if you have a mace. I don't even know what the mace does. I heard that it's weird, but I haven't played enough to like actually figure out anything. I'm like trying to figure out if I should start a server again, because I know if I start a server I'm gonna get consumed. No animations will be done. Book will not be published. Big jump equals big damage. Guess that makes sense. I also was thinking of like making Minecraft mace equals ultra kill minus. Oh, okay, I see. I was always thinking of doing more like gaming streams as well. I actually have to record some episodes of Walking Dead, and I was thinking of streaming it because the last set that I recorded is done. I think I uploaded all of them already, so I'm like, oh, you know, let's go into the Walking Dead. Let's try to deal with that. There's a new Borderlands game coming out. That is true. There is a new Borderlands game coming out. I don't know if my PC can handle it though. Like Raid and I were joking about last stream, my PC only has 8 RAM. 8 gigabytes of RAM, so I think that's a fair shout. I also want to stream Life is Strange Before the Storm. I kind of want to get into that. But my main problem is like, oh, it has so much copyrighted music. Why are all of the songs copyrighted? It looks like Borderlands 2 Fun Borderlands. Yeah? PC specs for the game are hard right now. I point you towards Grand Theft Auto 6. How many things do you need in Grand Theft Auto 6 for it to work? Yeah, that's why I've been like trying to play these lower spec end games, just because, you know, it's like a little bit easier for me to exist. Because if I start going to the higher end games, I can't actually record them. And I also like playing story games a lot. Imagine needing NASA level specs. Games back in the day are also fun. Coughs a Warframe. Bro, Warframe was so cooked. I tried Warframe for a little bit. My friend convinced me to play it with her. And the entire time we were playing Warframe, she was just lore dumping everything. And I couldn't understand what was happening. So I gave up. What is that? 3/4 so cool. Yeah, yeah, the 3/4 is definitely weird. She's like, just so you know, this is the lore of Warframe. And she just wouldn't stop talking about it. I only played it because of the fashion. I mean, I guess it really was a good game. It just kind of bored me after a while because there wasn't much. I felt like there wasn't much to do. Also, I just missed the older generations of gaming where life was easier. The progression soft lock. Yeah, that's kind of what killed Warframe for me, was like I could not move forwards because everything was like soft locked or hard locked behind some what's that? Hard locked behind some system stuff. And it was not fun. Yeah, level requirements. And then there was like the PvP mode. I was like, oh, I like PvP in Rainbow Six. I'm probably gonna like it here. And then when I go in, I'm like, I hate this. Nothing can beat TF2 and Left 4 Dead. That's true. That's kind of true. I kind of love TF2 and Left 4 Dead. I want to play it again. I really want to make more streams of like Left 4 Dead TF2 stuff. That sounds fun. Good for Dead. Level requirements, yeah, nah. Conclave. Left 4 Dead mods can never not be funny. I remember you guys having like really weird Left 4 Dead mods. Like, you guys were making the tank, the dude from SpongeBob, like the lobster from SpongeBob and stuff like that. We do not speak of our mods. Bro's calling himself out for all the mod stuff. There's a lot of like random mod stuff as well that you have to worry about. Like I remember modding games back in the day was really, really difficult because of just how the way the modding scene worked and how all of the requirements and stuff worked. The thing that gets me, the fact that like it's not a drag and drop. Like you can't just click on the thing and then drag the files over and then just drop it and then it starts running. I hate that. I hate that part of modding. Yo, getting exposed here. Because I know on Steam it's like you just literally hit a button and then it automatically does it for you. But like I used to watch a lot of Skyrim mod videos, because the Skyrim mod videos were like really cool, and a lot of them were like, you know, I gave you cool equipment or cool items or something that, you know, when Skyrim was released, it sounded kind of cool. And I wanted it, but turns out you can't just drag and drop the item or something. I wanted to mod Skyrim back then, but I don't know how. I don't know how either. I just kind of gave up on it. I was like, is this worth it? No, I'll just play another Sneak Archer. Let's just keep playing Sneak Archers. That's the only way forwards in Skyrim. Opinion on Oblivion remastered lockpicking? Did they change it? I don't even know what the lockpicking is like. What is it? Is there something dumb about it? Oblivion remastered duplication glitch. Okay, thanks. Oblivion Remastered Lockpicking Guide. Oh, I have an ad. Hold on. Oh, you can just glitch it. What the heck? Okay, that's kind of funny. It's the old style of lockpicking, like lockpicking minigames. Because the Fallout and Skyrim one has like their specific one, the one where you just rotate the mouse and it'll like put in a pin or something. But this one's like it reminds me of like, I think it's Watch Dogs, if that's the correct one, like the Watch Dogs lockpicking. If I'm not mistaken, let me double check. Watch Dogs lockpicking video. Oh, it's not Watch Dogs. I'm thinking of a totally different game. Oh, Thief Simulator. There we go. It's like the Thief Simulator one, where like all of the Thief Simulator lockpicking, the different types of lockpicking are there. Okay, wait, hold on. Back reading. If you managed to mod the game, you just made it kept on crashing somehow. Yep, that's true. Yeah, I wanted to mod Skyrim back then. Live, laugh, school, the thing, the wheelchair with the bike pedals. Struggles. What do you mean? Dude, if you struggled with lockpicking in New Vegas, you clearly were not running a Dex build. Tell me I'm wrong. I think I had some fun with New Vegas. Yes, sir. I'm in it with build every time. You're doing the full 0 IQ all strength build. I'm waiting for like a better Fallout game to come out than New Vegas. I don't think it's gonna happen. New Vegas was kind of peak, let's be real. Yeah, because the dialogue options are funny. Yeah, they're... Isn't it like Sentient Brick is like the lowest one or something? Something insane. Real. I miss the good old days. The good old Fallout days. I used to play World of Warcraft way too much as well. But then after a while it kinda got difficult to actually play World of Warcraft. Kinda just gave up on it. World of Warcraft subscription. Not a lot. I remember I was able to get like a pretty decent deal for like all the World of Warcraft stuff. It wasn't that crazy. Borderlands 2 fan? Yeah, I play Borderlands 2 way too much. I wanted to 100% the game, and then I realized there's like a few glitched achievements that you can get, so I'll look into it. I think you have to finish the game with every character as well, on like hard difficulties or something like that. Same, because I haven't done all the DLCs yet. Yeah, DLCs are kind of hard. I kept on playing the what's the I forgot her name. She's the one that can summon the giant robot. What's her name? Her like special ability is the giant robot. I already forgot it. I think it's like Necromancer or something. Or Technomancer or whatever, I forgot. Because she had one skill set that was like she had one skill set that allowed her to do more damage if she just keeps emptying her entire magazine, and if you reload it causes the stacks to drop, so you just have to empty your mag all the time. And I remember my friend and I like got a mod where the stacks can just keep stacking infinitely. It just removes the option entirely for the limiting on stacks. So we had some pretty crazy stuff. And all I was doing was I got I forgot if it was a Jacob's pistol or one of the Hyperion pistols. But I just had a homing pistol that automatically tracks enemies. And I would just sit in the far back and just hold down left mouse button and just wait until the damage starts stacking. I forgot what that skill tree was, but it was a fun one. It was a fun skill tree. Kind of made me enjoy the game a bit more. Though, I think I still have Borderlands installed now that I'm thinking about it. Probably. I don't see any reason I would uninstall it. I miss Borderlands. I miss playing Borderlands with the boys. That was a core memory of mine. Playing the first Borderlands. All on Pandora's box collection back in the day. Sell for 2K, it's originally 26 on Steam. Yeah, I got Tiny Tina's Wonderland for like free because I just had a friend that was like watching the Steam sales and stuff. That's how I got Payday as well, actually. It's like I got it for free because of the Steam sales. Yeah, because it's like a D&D inspired game. And her voice acting is just so good. It's so funny. I miss Payday. I miss Payday too. Yeah, but also Butt Stallion made an appearance. True. Much true. Real true. I miss playing Payday too, yeah. That was a vibe for a while. Oh yes, sir. Does your character have a name and lore? Are you talking about this character I'm drawing now? This child, or are you talking about like other characters? You'll need to be more specific. Ah, yes. Yeah, she does. This is Leo. Her full name is Leona, but she just likes being called Leo. And she's from an animated series we're supposed to be making in the studio, but I stole her concept for a school requirement because we have to draw a bunch of character stuff. And yeah, she's pretty chill. She's uh, kind of like celestial star stuff related. And it's kind of like she's primarily the best friends with one of the main characters, Aki. Aki and Leo like go way back from like when they were still childhood friends. But when Leo went to college, well, not even college, when she went to high school, she kind of just disappeared because she didn't hang out with Leo anymore. Sorry, not Leo, Aki. Aki wanted to stay in their hometown, and Leo wanted to see what was out there, so she kind of left. And in the story, she kind of throws a curveball in because a lot of people think that Aki is this strange, mysterious guy that's hard to understand. But Leo's the only one that can like really easily understand who he is and all of that stuff. So it adds an interesting dynamic to the characters and things like that. Yeah, this is her like her equipment for a different part of the story. So there's the version of her that's like normal, and then there's this equipment that she gets later on. Let me doot. Where did I put it? I can show you guys that actually. I think it's fine, question mark. Hopefully I don't get yelled at by the other artists. Oh, I don't even think I have her stuff. Here it is. Okay, I found it. Don't get sued. I'll try my best. Yeah, here it is. So this is like the main concepts for what she was gonna look like. So she has like a nice, more simple overall design. Then we kind of wanted to do more lace. We wanted to do more charms and things like that. We wanted to do tattoos. And while we were kind of making the character, we also remember that we have to like be able to convert them into a different type of character later on. So that's what we kind of shifted to. We're like, okay, this is the character we got. So all of this kind of basic stuff. From the hair, I loved how the hair looked. I love the flowiness. I know the animators are gonna get mad animating her, but the hair is like really fun. And then the very kind of skin tight leather pants. They're not textured like leather because we were still debating if we wanted to do animate leather texture and all that stuff. And then she has her boots. Then she has all of these different charms and stuff like that on her bracelets. Each bracelet came from like one of her friends that she got and made along the way. And then she has the one that Aki gave her. This top one, the one that Aki gave her. And she also has a bunch of rings and stuff like that. So what I did was, when I was designing her combat variant, I kept some of the stuff. So I kept the ring, I kept the bracelet design, and then I took the shape here, this shape right here. I took this Oh wait, I can't draw on because all of the things are weird. There we go. I took this shape, specifically this part, and then I kind of like started playing with it from there because I wanted to have something that looked a little more geometrically related. I was thinking of doing this, and then it's like, oh, Assassin's Creedy, so I didn't I didn't go that direction. But when I was able to break down the shape, I made this. So it kind of like made her look a lot more consistent with, you know, shape language plus how she looks. There's a lot of details that she has in this concept piece that I didn't add in her in the character thing I'm using now because of the details, like the cross-stitched leather pants and braided armor and things like that. Then her staff. Her staff is literally just a callback to her chest piece. And this thing here goes on the back of her ponytail as well. So if you look at this one, you can see it here. It's the same shape. So she just has the same shape language from this one. Jumps over, goes over here. Same shape language, no problems. So it makes it easier. And this is like the original concept that it was. Yes, it is. I was like debating. We had to debate for a while because the point of their friend group is to be like an adventuring team as well. So I wanted to like have everyone pull a different resource from the team, right? So I gave her a more. I wanted to see what I could do with the idea of a melee mage, like a fighter mage, and I came up with this. So, yeah, her staff functions as a spear. It is sharp, but of course she does more staff things, or more, you know, mage casty stuff. But here, I actually added a change to her character, which wasn't in the other ones. I gave her longer nails. So, on her casting hand, this hand here, the one with the charm, I gave her really long nails so that she focuses on spells that have to physically interact with another character. So that makes it like a lot more dynamic with like how she's animated. She's just not gonna be sitting in the back trying to find the right time to use a spell. She's gonna be in there trying to make opportunities for her team to make bigger plays and things like that. So she's very much a support role, but strong on her own, using mostly debuffs and buffs to like play around the battlefield a little bit more. So we made her a little bit more witchy and a little bit more kind of easier to design. Like at a read, she looks like a light fighter, which is kind of what we wanted. So that's that one. There's another one. I think I can show this one. I hope. Let me dig it up. So there is this one. This one I liked as well. This is the one of the other characters. I liked her design because of the way it looks, and it's like really strong. Really good silhouette as well with everything. So she has like really long hair, really long, really well cut armor, and it kind of remains consistent from top to bottom. And when we like add her cloak and stuff like that, it kind of shifts over to a more roguish archer type. So she's like a little bit more consistent because her original design, I had to separate them because they're two different pieces because we were working on them at different times. But her original concept art was this. So we kind of like looked at designs that are like, okay, what does this character look like? What are they gonna do? So we kind of looked at the different shape languages and things like that we could use here. And we were like, okay, she looks like someone that doesn't care about like, you know, being upfront, or doesn't really care about like physical combat. She'd probably do more range stuff, so we decided to just make her an archer, which was like a lot easier. And we just changed the hair from the rolled up ponytail that makes it's supposed to. My initial concept with this, I wanted it to make a heart shape. It was supposed to be a heart shape like that, but it kind of got lost in the in the designing because it just kind of started looking really weird, and we kind of I kind of like decided it looks more like a pretzel than than a heart. So I changed the general design a little bit, but we kept the hair because I felt like the hair was such a really good, strong character choice and concept. But yeah, after we did that, we kind of just literally removed the hair ties on the other design and made it just drop straight down. So it's like so much easier, so much cleaner, so much more consistent to like look at and kind of enjoy as a general character. So it was yeah, the making them was fun. We're getting sidetracked now a little bit because of like all of the work and stuff we have to do, because of just general workload stuff. But at least there's some form of consistency. Hold on, I need to fix something. I just realized the thing is all weird. There we go. I noticed that there was like a gap on the side of the screen, and it was triggering me. Not gonna let that happen. Alright, I fixed it. Okay, I can lock that. It's fun. Making characters is fun. It's a good de-stress. It's a good like way to like kind of like fix up the way you look at things and how you want to adjust character art and stuff like that. Getting good practice in as well for drawing consistently, because you have to draw the character in multiple angles and things like that. It's really good. Yeah, character design. Character design's fun. Cause like literally every character design is let's go crazy and then go back. That's like literally how it all works. It's let's go as insane as possible, as crazy as possible. Let's try to think of the most outrageous design. Then after all of that, you start taking steps back and you start like honing into what the character really needs and what the character concept needs to be and things like that. Yeah, I mean, a good example of that is like furry artists, because they have to like create fur patterns and what the characters wear and how the anatomy works, and it's a good experience to like try to draw these anthropomorphic characters. Actually, in our lab requirement, our teacher was like, you can draw anthropomorphic characters, like specifically called out in the character section. It's like, you can draw anthropomorphic characters, it is fine. And all my classmates are like, you can? Totally giving themselves away. Like, we can draw anthropomorphic characters? And our teacher was like, yeah, why do you want to ask? A lot of fun stuff as well with character design, and I think I think some of the furry community kind of got that right. Good consistency with like character design and things like that is definitely the what's that thing called? the color, the way they choose color, because the way they choose color is like completely different to how normal characters would probably try to choose color and things like that. So it's kind of crazy actually when you're thinking about it. The amount of color choice, then the shape of the fur and all of that stuff. It's impressive how people are able to draw it. Yeah, it's always so colorful, but it's not like too. It's like, yeah, it's colorful, but it's not too much. Like I've seen some art where it kind of goes way too hard and you can't really tell what you're looking at anymore just because there's so much like color and inconsistencies and things like that. But when you look at the like really good designs, you can see like good use of one or two, maybe three specific color choices, and that's about it. So it makes it so much easier to be like, oh, okay, I can see who this character is supposed to be and things like that. Like even thinking about it, like a good character design now that it's like a little more mainstream. Dude, Freddy Fazbear's character design was kind of crazy. Because being legit, it's like, it's a bear, but the hat plus the microphone, then the colors, was just went so well together. So it's like, you cannot deny that Freddy Fazbear doesn't look kind of good because of the way like he's just designed as a character. And yeah, he's like designed to look spooky and kind of creepy, but that's kind of the point of, you know, his vibe. So it's not like you can get mad at him for it. I'm surprised more of you aren't at the convention today. No, I thought all of you would like have disappeared and gone over to the convention or something. Yeah, I remember about Bonnie's the animatronic that genuinely scared Scott because he had nightmares about him. You're telling me Scott Cawthon got scared by his own animatronic bunny? That's funny. I wasn't updated. What? I don't know, man. HexCon was like talked about for a while. I feel like HexCon was talked about for a while at least. Like it's been going on for a while. So there's not much. Yeah. I guess a lot of game designers are kind of quirky with what they add into their games. Makes sense. Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, it is. It is what it is. You know, you win some, you lose some, I guess. Can't be at every single event. It is pretty hard to stay consistent with stuff as well. I mean, the only reason I found out about it was because of Padville. Padville was talking about it. Padville was talking about it like a while, as well as Arisuka in the convention center, I believe. Yeah, it's convention center if I'm not mistaken. Where can you buy tactical gear? That's a good question. There's a shop that we go to, but it's like only during specific events do they show up. Uh, but I believe they're on Facebook. They're called Rover Tactics or something along that line. Yeah, you can look at them on Facebook. They're probably around there somewhere. They're pretty good. I just remember they had a physical store for a while, and then after a while they moved or closed their physical store, and then went to online selling. You can also do online if you're not looking for like mega high quality stuff that's like industrial grade. You can just probably shop online. It's a little bit easier. Because a lot of the stores that sell tactical gear, you have the two options of it like being fully full realism, full like actual industrial quality, which is like expensive, insanely expensive, or you can have the kind of cheaper ones that might not last, but they look good enough. So that's kind of your options. I wanted to make a cosplay of Call of Duty characters. You could probably look at uh, Marketplace. I'd say Marketplace has a bunch of airsofters that are selling their old equipment because they need money for normal adult stuff like taxes or groceries or buying a car or tuition fee for their kids or something. A lot of the tactical gear that I got, if it wasn't from my school, uh, it would have been from like people just selling their old stuff. Yeah, a lot of airsofters. You'll have some airsofters that play for a really long time, and then they just have to sell their stuff because they're too old to play, or maybe they just don't want to play anymore. Then you have also a different type of airsofter. Apologies. You have a different type of airsofter that does play, but they only wanted to play for maybe 1 or 2 months, 3 months, maybe 4 months or a year, and then after that they kind of don't want to play anymore. So they're trying to get back costs, so they're trying to sell off their stuff. So that's another option. Hey yo, I'm back. Sorry about that. Had to get some water. Y'all should be hydrating. You guys better be drinking water. Drinking water, it's a requirement in this stream. You have to drink not Monster, water. Alright. My garden is hydrated. I probably could just mirror flip these because I'm really lazy. I don't want to draw. I don't want to draw anymore. I don't want to draw anymore, Finn. was hoping probably to make more 3D works if I had the time. I kind of want to do more 3D stuff. I feel like we could do more 3D stuff. Because 3D stuff is fun. You just need like the proper time for it and everything. And it's really a time-consuming process because you're slaving over a model for a couple of hours. Or even more than that, just a couple of hours as well, because depends how fast you actually model and texture and weight paint and all that stuff. So if you don't do it right, you could be there for weeks. I've suffered for a few weeks modeling stuff. I also want to do more animation streams and, you know, just kind of general work stuff. It's kind of hard to find like consistent things. I also noticed like my viewership goes up slightly when I'm working on more complicated stuff. Like if it's 3D modeling, there's more people that are interested to be like, oh, I want to see how difficult this is, or I want to see what's the process of making a 3D model and all that stuff. So it's like a lot more consistent viewership. But it also takes so much more time because of just you're not gonna see any results for a really long while, and maybe it'll be more worth it if it was like a speed modeling video or something like that. But it's like art streams very difficult, I guess. Not a lot of viewership in art streams. It's mostly just a opportunity for me to chill and say I'm working while I'm, you know, forcing myself to lock in, because if I'm not streaming, I'm doom scrolling constantly. I'm that meme of I'll draw one circle, and then after I draw the circle, I'll tab out to to Facebook Reels, and then watch 9 reels, and then try to draw the circle again, and then tab out again afterwards. Bro, I'm just caught doom scrolling constantly because there's nothing else to do in my life. It's so funny. But yeah, you have to kind of catch yourself with that kind of thing. Figure out ways to keep yourself productive. And it's hard. Let's be real. It is hard. Oh, you have to go. Alright. Well, thank you for joining us. Alright. You are always welcome to join us. Overall, I feel like if you're not catching yourself, like you're like slipping constantly because you're too doom scrolly and stuff like that. It's kind of, it gets kind of, you kind of screw yourself because you're not giving enough time for yourself to improve. And I'm 100% guilty of this. It's like I'll doom scroll for hours and not do anything productive, and I have to have like a really harsh deadline to even get started, and it's a lot of self-discipline problems and stuff like that. So it's kind of crazy. Oh, how how's Akad's lol? I guess school's been pretty normal. You know, a lot of hard work, a lot of consistent effort nowadays because of just how much we have to do, and it's a little bit difficult. We have one teacher right now. I wish Arisuka was here. I wish Ari was here because she has like so much to talk about with with all of the with all of the all of our teachers. She'd rant for a while. For the most part, yeah, it's been pretty chill. Nothing too crazy, just a lot of like consistent work. We just started proper discussions like last week, and a lot of it is enlightening. You know, still learning stuff is kind of important for character growth and all that jazz. So you kind of have to keep it consistent, and it's hard. Some of it is hard. I'm thankful because this is like how many times I've taken different courses already, so I'm okay. But everyone else, you know, first year in college, it's kind of struggle. They have no idea what they're doing. They're all just kind of like playing guessing games. And you know what, as well, now that I realize it, it's like just so much teen drama for people that are supposed to be college. That's what I realize. Because it's like, for me, my brain is like, okay, these people are in college. These people are gonna be very well developed individuals that can, you know, be professionals and things like that. And then I'm looking at it, I'm like, wow, these guys are still just babies, still little baby boys that are like struggling to keep up with keep up with keep up with you know, some pretty simple stuff. But then again, you know, everyone learns differently. Everyone has to go through these problems differently, so I can't judge too much. But I just found it kind of funny that, you know, these are people that have jobs. Like, some of the people that have jobs are more irresponsible than the ones that are just focusing on their academics or something. And the only reason why I would say they're irresponsible in quotation marks is because of, like, they're prioritizing their job, which is completely fine. I mean, I can't complain about that. That's their life. They're doing what they need to. I just find it funny because, you know, there ain't no pity party for a lot of the a lot of the classes and our teachers. A lot of our teachers are also like working two jobs or also studying, so they always use the excuse of like, oh, if I can do it, why can't you guys do it? Which is like, of course, pisses a lot of people off because, you know, everything's not the same. It's also hard for them to be a little bit more consistent with submission stuff because maybe they're not home, maybe they're, you know, they're out doing other things. It's gonna be hard. So overall, I find it kind of semi fun. I find like kind of haha funny, but not too much because I know the struggle of going through your first years of college as well. So it ain't nothing too bad. Uh, how's Akad's? Oh, now that I'm here, how does one write more compelling scenarios? How does one write more compelling scenarios? That's a good question. One would normally write a compelling scenario by kind of making sure that you're following a three-step thing. You're doing three different things that are supposed to kind of guide your reader into making their own assumptions. That's how I feel like compelling scenarios are really well written because my lines feel flat. You need to have your motivation, your reason for the line, and then your subtext. So your motivation when you're looking at like line delivery or you're looking at a specific scene that's happening, it's really good to remember that your motivation is what drives the other two. So without good motivation, your characters will kind of always feel a bit flat. So that's kind of why maybe you feel like your lines aren't that great because of the way your motivation is structured or because of the way everything is structured, right? So, number one, when you're finding your motivation, it is there's the two different types of motivation. You have what the character wants and then what the character needs. So, when a character wants something, sorry, that was the wrong letter. When a character wants something, it is often surface level. And that's just like, oh, it's just like, oh, I want a new life. I want something like this. I want something like that. These wants are very superficial and often at just the base surface level, which does not make for good character writing. So what do? You look at their wants and turn them into a need. You look for the needs, and then once you have the needs, you can go back to writing for your lines and things like that. So, okay, I've written a character. My character is an old art teacher that just wants to keep teaching. That's a good character. That's a good reason for doing a lot of things already. But what we can do is we can make him an old art teacher that wants to keep teaching because he no longer has a passion to make art. So now we have a need, right? So now that we have the need, his need is to find his passion again. His need is to find a reason to start making art again. And that changes the context of his lines. Now that we have that, let's rewind a bit. So now that we have that, right? Let's use our art teacher as an example. We now know what his motivations are. He is saying things because he just wants to keep teaching, right? But what he needs is for someone or something to reignite his passion. So that's the reasoning behind yung what the lines that he's saying, right? So okay, we have our motivation. We know that he wants to keep being an art teacher and he wants to find passion again. So his want, he'll probably say less dramatic things because he wants to keep his job. It's easier for him to be an art teacher, right? But maybe you can use that in dialogue. You can have these two different meanings of things. Like he'll say something along the lines of oh, it's simple. Like that's always a good example of like how to write good characters. It's simple. For the character, it's simple because of multiple reasons. Oh, it's simple because I've experienced it and I know what I'm talking about. Or, oh, it's simple because I have no idea what I'm talking about and I'm a dumbass, right? So, from that, you kind of want to look at the character's motivations. Why is he saying that it is simple? Is it him saying it because he just wants to keep his job? Or is he saying it because he's really experienced the task, quote unquote, that he's giving? So, once you have all of that, you're going to move on to the reasoning. Why is he saying something? This is the why. This is what he is trying to say. Why is he trying to say it? Okay? So from the what he's trying to say, it's because what he's trying to say, he wants to keep his job. He wants to find passion again. Why is he saying it? Maybe because he found an artist that's about to give up, and he wants to inspire him to try to keep going because he really likes his art. So you can use that why. And then from there, you can have your last step, which is looking at the situation itself. Are they in a situation where they can actually talk about what they need to talk about openly? Is it a private conversation between maybe the artist and a student? Is it a private conversation between two teachers that are trying to speak with each other? These are the important questions that you want to ask when you're kind of like building a character conversation. Now, in the end, oops, one moment, I mispressed the button. There we go. Now, in the end, when you have all of these things anyways, right? In the end, when you have all of these things, you have like the base foundation for like what a scene is going to be, but then you want to start looking at what the scene can improve or what the scene can change in your characters. So writing, like you said, your lines feel flat. Writing characters always has to have a point. Every single thing that your character says has to have a point. When your character has a point on why they are saying things, your character needs to go through one of three stages, or one of three things. Number one, your character has to change. Your character has to stay the same, or your character has to regress or go back a step. So when a character changes, this can be for the positive or for the negative. Basically, whatever something was said to him, it affects him. Because everything we say to people will always affect people one way or another. So when a character changes, it could be for the positive or for the negative. Maybe someone said something to him where now he really doesn't want to make art ever again, and that's the negative change. He can also have someone say something and he stays exactly the same. He doesn't change whatsoever because he doesn't believe in what the person is saying, or he doesn't think that the person is right. So when you're doing these three things, maybe he doesn't think the person is right. Maybe he doesn't want to believe the person. Maybe he thinks that the person is just kind of dumb and doesn't take this information seriously. Maybe these are the reasons why he doesn't want to listen. So he kind of stays the same. Then you have the last one, which is like, maybe he realizes he's wrong in some way and he has to go back. Or maybe he realizes that what he was doing before was correct and he should probably go back to what he was doing. A good example for this are people who are considered like anti-heroes or general antagonists, quote unquote, for your story. Because maybe the main characters will say something to him and be like, hey, you and I aren't so different. This, that. And then The main character can also be like, oh yeah, maybe that's right. Maybe I shouldn't have changed my process of doing things. Or you can also go along the lines of, um, yeah, maybe I should have helped more people or something like that. So you can have like realizations and character growth, character development in conversation. The main important thing is to always remember the point of dialogue is to give information to people, and after you give information to people, it's to develop the characters, character, the characteristics that make them them. If you have a silent character, if you have a silent character that suddenly starts talking a lot, keeps yapping, bro keeps yapping for no reason, then probably there's something weird, right? There's something strange that doesn't quite make sense. So that can kind of interest the characters. Or you can have a character that yaps a lot, suddenly grow silent when someone is around. That could be an interesting thing that'll happen, right? So the main things that you want to do when you're writing dialogue is also try to get into the headspace of the character that you're writing for. Look at their motivations, their reasons why they're doing it, the subject of what they're talking about. All of these things kind of come together to become a more consistent character. A good example for what we have is Zuko from The Last Airbender. So Zuko from The Last Airbender is a great character that has amazing character development, and his lines, the way he is written, really, really hurts. Because he blames himself, and he thinks he's a horrible son, he's done horrible things, he's a horrible character, all of this stuff. And then Uncle Iroh's like, yeah, but what if it wasn't your fault? What if you were just supposed to be protected by these people? And suddenly Zuko's like, yeah, you know what? You're right. What if I change? What if I don't try to hunt down the Avatar but try to help him? And suddenly his entire character is flipped on his head, and now he's a different character. So dialogue between two characters changed the overarching outcome of what that guy's character is supposed to be, which is kind of crazy, because that scene was like, what? How long was that scene? Maybe 3 minutes, and it's been memed to death as well. That's the funny part. The look inward, Zuko. You must answer the real questions. Who teaches the Indian YouTubers? Right? It's that kind of thing. So it all kind of boils down to how you want your character to be portrayed and how much change needs to come from the character as well. That's also really important. Sir, most of writing is built on what ifs. That's a good, yeah. Writing is built on what ifs. What ifs are the strongest question that a artist or writer or anyone in the creative field can ask. What if? A good example, what ifs, you can kind of come up with your own character really quickly just with a few what ifs. Take an idea that you have. Let's take the idea of a pirate. Right? And then let's take another idea. What if the pirate was in space? And what if this space pirate was the bad guy? Ooh, a lot of interesting questions. So what if a space pirate was the bad guy and he was right? Like, he was in the right for being a bad guy. With that concept alone, you could probably come up with a lot of good character moments. A lot of good character building, a lot of good consistencies, a lot of good overarching, like, consistent character beats and traits and mannerisms that will carry your what if character really, really far. What if he lost his arm while looking for his treasure? What if he found someone that kind of enlightened him? Maybe he doesn't have to be what if he doesn't have to be a bad guy anymore? What if I'm talking about Long John Silver from Treasure Planet? See, the what ifs are like really strong questions because of how consistent you can get with them. You can ask really broad questions as well. You can ask really, really, really broad questions. Like, what if a world was dependent on oxygen rather than fossil fuels as their fuel source? You can ask that question. You can also ask maybe, what if your childhood friend turned out to be your sister? You can ask those kind of like broader questions. But you can also get really, really, really specific with them, like per character. What if the hero doesn't want to be a hero anymore? That'll make you ask questions already. Like, why doesn't he want to be a hero? What went wrong to make this hero not want to be a hero anymore, right? So all of that suddenly changes. So now you need to come up with the reasons of why, or the reasons of, what if. So it kind of helps you expand your ability to just come up with a little more creative ideas. That's why I say the what ifs are like really strong, consistent writing stuff, because of the way you can kind of make things interesting. You could also say things like, oh, what if emotions were people? Or what if emotions was a currency? That sounds cool. If I wasn't working on a lot of projects, what if emotions were a currency? Sounds kind of baller, I'm not gonna lie. that sounds like a great idea. So all of those things kind of like come to a certain point, It's just how you want to use your what ifs, how you want to structure your characters and things like that. But and generally when I'm writing, I don't really look for these complicated what ifs. I want to look for a specific topic, and then I want to flip that topic literally upside down. I want to look for stories that have been told, and then kind of go like, why don't we change the ending, or why don't we change the way this thing is written? Why don't we change this concept? A hero that doesn't want to be a hero anymore is a great example of this, because why wouldn't you want to be a hero, right? Why wouldn't you want to be the good guy? Why would you suddenly want to be the bad guy? That's a crazy concept in on its own already. So I think you could probably get away with more of those kinds of things. The main reason why people say like what ifs are so strong is because it allows you to practice your creativity. And when you've practiced your creativity already, and it's like a muscle that has gotten really, really strong, you don't have to worry about it anymore. You can just kind of keep flexing that muscle over and over again with consistent and good results. So, it'll stay consistent at least. Or it'll improve over time or something of the like. Literal brain gym, yeah. But that's kind of what it takes when you're writing. It takes up a lot of your time, takes up a lot of creative energy. And I've noticed when I'm writing something that is personal to me, I feel like it's more important because of just the way it works. I feel like I'm able to tell a deeper story with more arcs and more characters and more important moments because it feels like a self-feeding cycle almost. Like each and every thing the character says feels like something maybe a friend said to me or something I've experienced in my life. And because of that experience, it goes into the book, and then the book now gives a new type of experience for me to go through, and then another cycle, and then another one, and another one, until suddenly, you're just kind of just writing on your own, in your own world, basically. And getting inspired when you're writing as well is also as important as the what if, as important as the characters and the setting and the mood and the motifs and all of these things. Because if you're inspired to write, you're gonna be more willing to take these creative risks that you appreciated and you loved in other literature and arts and films and games and things like that, and take those things that you loved and make them your own thing, and then suddenly other people will see your thing and be inspired to make things like your thing, and the cycle just keeps going and going and going until humanity at some point creates everything that exists. So it's a fun concept. And the way our human brains work as well is we just keep remixing ideas. There's no wholly original idea anymore. We just keep remixing ideas that we've seen from other people or other places and try to replicate it and make it our own in our special way. And that kind of becomes the content and work and whatever we end up creating. A lot of it does boil down to like how much work you want to do, how consistent and everything you want your work to be, but also like how you feel about certain things or how you want to work on certain things and all of that stuff. It's important, and what you say is also important. The story you're telling is gonna be important to someone out there at some point somewhere, and that's pretty cool. No, there's no resting here. Go ahead, no problems. Stream's almost at 2 hours. Normally I stream for about 3 to 4, depending on how things go. But with all of the information I've imparted today, I feel like maybe it should be enough for the day. Maybe I'll hit 2 hours 30 minutes, or if someone would join me in the in our work, then we'll see. But for the most part, yeah, really fun. Thank you for joining the stream. Yeah. Happy. Hope you had fun, and will allow me to stream for you again. Good luck. Go with your rest and all the stuff you need to do. Hello and welcome to the stream. I'm just working on some schoolwork because we have a lot of assignments and it's a lot of drawing assignments, so might as well get some free content out of it. Stream it while, you're finishing your work. You can also feel free to chat if you want. Chat is 100% open, and I have some code running right now where whatever you say gets put on stream as well. You caught me a little bit closer to the end of the stream, unfortunately, as I'm almost done already. I'm just finalizing a few of the cleanup, and I'll probably be adding some. I don't know if we need to add color and things like that to the characters, so I probably will just give it a splash of some basic color or something like that. But for the most part, it's actually almost done. Just improving some lines, giving some line quality. Trying to give a nice consistency to all the drawings. I have been streaming for over 2 hours, so I am a bit tired. And by over 2 hours, I mean 2 hours and 3 seconds. But yeah, I've been working the whole day, so I'm a bit tired. Okay, time for some digital art trickery. Because the heads are technically exactly the same, and I didn't make this character with a change in how they look from one side to the other, like an eye patch or something like that, I'm just gonna mirror flip it. That should be fine. Because it's a lot easier to just have it set that way rather than redrawing everything all over again. So that's done now. Now we just have to make sure all the details are in. Oh, like this neck. I kept the silhouette kind of simple, and I wanted to keep the design a bit simple as well, so I didn't have to worry about redrawing too much. This class is an animation class, so I don't want to go too crazy with details and things like that. Just in case, you know. Just in case I have to redraw this character like hundreds of times, which is, considering it's an animation class, you know, probably very likely that I'll have to redraw them a lot. I kind of went overboard with some of the design, but it's fine. The conversion seems fine. Nothing to worry about too much. Alright, I'm not seeing any mistakes. How about you guys? You noticing anything I'm not? Maybe we could call the stream there if we're done. Looks like it for the most part. It's pretty okay. There's some props that I have to worry about and some other things, but I think we can drop the red color and just swap it over to black. Because I think it's just done. Boop. Oh, why is it not? Strange. I thought it would override. There we go. Alright. And everything is now in a more professional black look to it. For the most part, this black, I don't like using the full color wheel. Oh, you can't see it on the screen. Wait, I can do this. Yeah, there. I don't like using this part of the color wheel, the ends, because it's just too much hue or value. There's too much value. It's too strong. So I want to go closer to the middle. I wanted to start using this off purple color. That's a little more here-ish. Just because I think it looks nicer in the overall thing. But you know, consistency between characters and all that stuff might cause problems, so I'd rather not. Alright, that seems to be it. My animation class requirement is pretty much done. I can just throw on a splash of color tomorrow, probably chill a little bit, relax on stream again for a couple of hours, and should be fine. So, unless you guys have anything to say in chat, I'll be going. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you will allow me to stream for you all next time. Goodbye then. John.